viewers. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. We're going to talk about some gaming. So anyway, I'm in the process of getting this thing. Let me get this out of here. This is my, and this is for cooling sometimes. It does get hot in here due to the fact that we run our projectors in here. Wait a minute. Let's go grab something real quick. I should be right back. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, did I get my code right? All right, so we got a huge project. So the PC I'm going to be building is going to be I was doing some gaming a few minutes ago on PC, but the PC we're going to be building is going to be a VR system, but also too it's going to be also a gaming system. I want to do retro in it. I'm just going to do everything on it, retro, the whole 9 yards. And the most important part of it is the artwork. There's a lot of artwork involved. It's definitely going to be hand painted because I am going to be assembling all that into a generator, believe it or not, with this right here as a tank unit. And then we have to paint literally every piece. I mean, literally every piece has to be painted. This is not going to be a small job. I mean, literally, when the case gets here, the case has to be taken apart because I don't hit any of the glass in the process of doing this. The whole inside of the case has to be painted. The outside of the case has to be painted. Every single item has to be painted because I need all for the liquid cooling. All that has to look like it's bamboo or made out of wood. Sorry about that. Bamboo or made out of wood. So all of this is going to get painted. And I got to pick up a special keyboard. The wooden keyboards are expensive, but I need one for my setup. So basically, all this has to be painted. Of course, we can't paint over this because this gives off the effect. And since I have the RGB remote controls, I can change this to solid green if I want. All these fans can be changed to solid greens. The only ones that can't are those, and those are RGBs. Those are actually going to my friends who can have those. The power supply we can use. It's 500 watt power supply. I don't know where the specifications came from that they a 3050 was going to actually run that much power. A 3050 only runs 70 watts of power, so that's more than enough to actually run the power supply right there. And the hard drive you technically won't see because the way the case is designed, the hard drive and power supply is designed to be invisible. Let me see if I can dig up. Sorry about that. That's on my account. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. So this is the paint job we're looking to do. Something like this. This is what we're looking to do. Got orders popping in on that side. All right. So this is what I want to do right here. Cover stuff. I got orders coming on the side. We're going to do something like this. I am still looking at some things. Actually, looking at this. This is actually a whatchamacallit over top. This is a cover over its motherboard that he has here. Oh, it is a cover over the motherboard. Interesting. I gotta look up for this motherboard cover. Motherboard cover. Oh, well, that's interesting. All right, gotta look at that more often. Get a cover for your motherboard. Yeah, because we have to actually paint the motherboard. We have to paint a detailed paint job to the motherboard to get everything to look like this. You see, so this is my case that I'm ordering. Right there, as you can see, it's got plenty of room. I was looking for something with a huge amount of, what do you call it? I'm in the office late. I got a lot to do. Okay, for some reason, why are you in there? Because I'm still working. I am literally freaking still working. That's what you do when you run a company. You kind of work some serious long hours. So I'm still mapping out how I'm putting this thing together, because next week this thing is going to be sitting on top of my table and I'm going to be staring directly at it like, how are we doing this? And I'm one of those people who like to prepare everything before we go down that road. So this is going to take a lot of painting to do. I'm getting the black one because I like that tint to it. And what I'm seeing in my head, which is pretty interesting, but it's no way to show you unless I actually build it. We have to build a couple of things from scratch. The nuclear reactor definitely has to be built from scratch. I can't find a nuclear reactor anywhere. We have to build it ourselves. The robot that we need, yeah, we definitely have to build that ourselves. There's no doubt about it. We have to build that ourselves. So I'm going to have to get some parts and stuff off of Amazon to build this thing. And I want a kind of a retro, kind of 1950 Iron Giant kind of setup. We have to install lights into it. And I need a working generator to run off of it, like a little fan inside of it, like it's running, like it's powered up. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And on top of that, to pick up tweezers, I have to pick up the rotary tools. I have to pick up magnifying glasses and everything else because all the plants have to be painted individually. I don't want it to be easy. I don't want, this is nice. I like how this guy has his setup. Here it is right here. Oh, it's just on a few minutes ago. I like how he has his setup, his beautiful job. But my leaves here, I want them all individually repainted. And I want it in a neon glow. So I don't want like paint one flower blue and one green. No, I want them actually, the whole thing painted green. And each individual crease in the leaf, I want that actually detailed with the glow in the dark paint. So the entire jungle is going to actually glow. The tubing system, really? All right, there you go. The tubing system that's going to run through it is going to be these little like pipes. All the pipes lead back to the power generator, the nuclear generator, and they're just going to run through the entire area. Everywhere where these pipes are at, you're going to see weird vegetation of growth. One of the things we have to design is a man-eating plant. We literally have to make one. So I've been kind of looking at let's see, man-eating plants. Not the real ones. Oh, these things are freaking creepy as I don't know what. Do we have yeah, they're creepy as I don't know what. I don't think I'm gonna do a man-eating plant. That is creepy looking. Jeez, that's creepy looking. We have to make something more friendly looking. Mario Brothers man-eating plant. Rather, there we go. I'll deal with one of these right here. We'll have to make this. We can't buy it. We have to make it. This looks more. That other one, the ones they showed before in there. Oh, good gracious, those things are gross looking. Anyway, yeah, we'll have to do something like this. A man-eating plant in there. Because I want something where basically the growth made it really huge. Oh, and we need a giant bullfrog in there too. Let's see. Toy giant bullfrog. Ooh, now see, easy to get one of these. Of course, it's got to be repainted. It has to glow, because again, it's radiation. It's a radiation frog, so we have to make it look pretty psychedelic. So we have to hook it up. How big is this guy right here? Realistic and painted toy frog. All right. We're also going to install speakers in there too. Micro speakers that run off USBs. They're Bluetooth. That allow me to bring the whole entire forest to life. So basically what we have here on the case here, this up top is going to be a thundercloud system. That's actually going to look like it's actually made of thunder actually rolling in the case. You ever seen people do those thundercloud ceilings? That's what we're going to put in there. We're going to have to basically paint all this up in black first, and then after that we're going to coat it all in brown. We're going to spot it in brown. Motherboard, cables, wires, everything has to be done in brown. There's vines wrapped around everything. All that's going to be hand painted. Power supply, I don't know if we're going to even see this thing, because again, this thing has two compartments. It has one in the back that hides this right here, so you won't even see it because there's plenty of room to play. This right here has to be painted to make it look like it's made out of wood. This right here, all the wires and stuff are have to be taped up. There's a wood tape that they make. They actually use it for furniture repair. It's actually not the really tape like PVC. This is an actual kind of a wood tape. We're going to use actually turn this into wood, and then what we're going to do is we have to paint all these so they're nice and brown. I have a brown kind of brown paint job to them, kind of a bronze and brown kind of rusted look to them. So they're going to need that, and then we're going to wrap vines around all these. All the vines will have to be glued in and hand painted. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of work. All the grills have to be painted so they're rusted. So this thing has to look like it's actual whole universe in here. We have to make this thing look realistic. So with the lightning effect, with the, I was trying to look for kind of like, I want some lightning bugs in there. I definitely want lightning bugs in there, shooting off in different areas. Gee whiz, it kind of reminds me of this world I kind of visit in the Oculus 2, had these VR worlds that you can actually enter into. That one of them was actually quite impressive. Still can't believe how they did that. It was unbelievable. I told you about in the Oculus, they had these VR paintings that came to life. You could actually walk into these things, and these things were insane. I've never seen anything like it. I'm telling you, it was like literally going into a completely different world. And this different world, some of them had stories behind them. You could actually be a part of the story. You could be like a spectator watching it all go down, and you could actually follow the characters through these different areas. Oh man, I'm telling you, the Oculus is an insane. The software they got in there is insane, absolutely insane. I wonder if they brought that VR museum over to the other one. But it was insane. You enter into the painting and you see the character, one of the characters doing something really shisty. You could follow him around in this painting. And as you're following around this painting, you can sit there and observe and watch what he's doing. And then it's crazy because along the way, he drops whatever he was trying to steal and you can pick it up and put it back. I was like, what the freak? Yeah, you actually interact with the freaking painting. It was the most wildest thing I ever played in my entire life. It was the most wildest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, really insane. But yeah, absolutely amazing. That's what I found interesting about the Oculus system, is the fact that how you can enter into these paintings. You can go into Van Gogh and you can watch the paintings come to life and all. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's more than just gaming in VR. It's basically the VR experience of basically becoming part of something, which I found quite interesting. So this is what we're going to build here in this world. We're going to build a VR station, but on this VR station, it's just going to have this beautiful world that's going to be inside of this PC. So it does gaming where we can hook it up to a projector and we can play directly off the screen, or we can attach our VR glasses and we can actually go into this world. Which, that's where I have to bring the Matrix in. Well, Mr. Matrix, my buddy of mine, he is actually going to design a virtual world that actually is going to be what's inside this case. Because I brought it to him, he was like, that's freaking sick. I always challenge this guy every time I turn around. He says, you always give me some crazy stuff to do. I said, yeah, can you build me a VR world? He's going to actually design it. He does some interesting stuff. But anyway, yeah, so we have to make this thing look like a whole entire different world. That's what we have to do with it. We are going to have projector system in here. The projector system, I'm figuring where we're going to put the screen at. We can put it here. We can put it up top, to tell you the truth. I would rather, truthfully, have it up top. And the reason why is because when we put the cloud system in, I do want to put in a virtual sky. So that I would love to be able to do that, like a projection sky using the Flex technology. That would be pretty cool to look at. That would be pretty cool to look at. So we have to get a little mini projector there. So I want a moon popping up here. So a moon moving back and forth and some shooting stars. But I also want this kind of a nuclear lightning effect going off here, here, here in the corners and stuff. That's why this part had to be clear so we can put that in there. I want to look at this on YouTube. It just gives me ideas of what we need to do at the end of the day. Man, this is going to be a really beautiful, beautiful PC. Very, very beautiful PC. So it's pretty cool. We're still working on this structure over here. We haven't forgot about this. This is our other structure we're working on. So I'm working on that at the same thing too. Maybe that's cardboard boxes over there. Yes, cardboard boxes made into this structure right here that we built. So we're still working on that. So that's a work in progress. And that right there we're still working on too also too. And we're still working on that over there too. So still work in progress. Let me see. LED light thundercloud ceiling. Yeah, this is actually going to be inside the case. So the thing was trying to figure out how to get the LED lights to run in there. And it's like $150. We're going to build ours. I built one already. To get the LED lights to operate. And the cotton in there, which is actually going to build up a static charge. You can potentially short out the parts in the PC. So you have to get something called anti-static. Anti-static. Oh, this is the one you wear when you basically are building stuff. Okay. Anti-static spray. Did it catch all that or none of that? I don't think it caught any of that at all. All right, I'm going to cancel you again. Anti-static spray. This stuff. So this is the stuff you spray on your clothes. You don't want your stuff clinging to you all the time. This actually kills static. And that's what we have to do with the cotton. We have to actually spray it down really, really good so it's saturated in this stuff. And then that way, once that's dry, we can basically hook all the lights in and we can get our lightning effect. But I need for the lightning, the clouds are white, but we need them to come up dark. Like a little bit of dark and lightness. So we have to do a paint job on that. Just going to be a spray job, or we can do a paint job on it, to tell you the truth, honestly. We can do a paint job on it. So we have to stiffen these clouds, and we're going to have to put a paint job. I want it darker in some areas, I want it lighter in other words. When the effect goes off, I want it to look pretty cool, and some of it has to glow, because remember, this is not an everyday normal forest. So we're going to be making our own form of different mixtures to be able to bring our forest to life. So that'd be pretty cool. But this is what we're going to be using right here. And we'll go back over here, and this is what we're going to be putting in. I'm going to put in a cloud system. 3D changing lights, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be freaking sick. Oh, man, look at this one right here. This is what I'm looking like. That's what I want in my case. That's what I want in that case. So it's going to be freaking sick. So the corners are going to have this kind of like build up in the corners and the side. And then we need the top to be clear, because that's where we're going to put this projector set up at. And the projector is actually going to be part of the reactor. So it all blends in. So the best lights to use for this are chasers. Because chasers can build up. They can build up in one section. We're going to use 2 sets of chasers so we can get 2 reactions to go off. If we use 1 set, they only can go in one way or they can go this way. But if we put 2 sets in, it's going to be pretty nice. So it means they're going to be cut, snipped, and basically short and actually fit inside the case. So we can get that kind of effect to it. I think I might go with the... No, those are actually working pretty good. But they do have the laser versions that are actually a lot more sharp. So we need 1 to flash and 1 to chase. That's what we need. Let me see. Ceiling. I'm going to put that in right there. We got to get a keyboard, and the keyboard's going to look like it's corroded. It's going to have a kind of a green moss to it. That's what I want to do to it. A nice green moss to it. Ho, ho, ho. I did one of these before, so I know exactly how to put it together. I'm gonna tell you something. Sticking that cotton together is not freaking cool, man. Cause I had cotton on my hands and here and there. Yeah. So this is the buildup right here. You need chasers to do this. You have to have chasers cause the buildup effect. But we want the buildup here, but we need white light in there too at the exact same time. So we need the buildup to come here, and we need to cross over across this. We have light here, flashing here, and then we need the buildup to flash across that. We have to give it a kind of a weird, kind of eerie kind of look to it. But she's got a nice buildup. See that buildup tracing through? That looks freaking sick. That's what we're going to do inside that case. This is how we're going to rearrange those lights to get that buildup. See how that buildup transfers through? That's how we're going to have inside that case. Why we got an entire nuclear jungle in there. Pretty, very nice job, nice job, nice job. So you need chasers to do that. Chasers are the best way. The other ones I didn't have chasers with it, but this one we're going to definitely do chasers with it. Damaged nuclear reactor covered in vines. Covered in vines. Gives me an idea, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find anything close to it. Like I said, it just gives me an idea of our damaged nuclear reactor. But our reactor's not going to look like that. Our reactor is a little space age. It's a little in the future. It's been sitting back there in that jungle for quite some time. It's still functioning in some ways, but it's still leaking in other ways. And that leakage got out into that jungle, and it's got to change some things around. So you're going to find some interesting things inside the case as you look around in it. So we have to bring that to life. You know, it started off to be a forest. Literally started to be a forest. And I was thinking like, why don't we just put a reactor in that thing and just turn it into a nuclear jungle? Then the whole cloud system came into play. So yeah, that turned into all of that. Let me see. Also too, I mean, okay, I got the reactor in my head on how I want to build it. We're going to build it from those scraps right there. We have to do a this glass has to be, or it has to be smoked a little bit so we can make it look like it's actually been, the glass has been dirty for quite some time. So I'll probably be doing that later on tomorrow. It's pretty easy to do, to make it look like it's dirty and it's smoked. It's like, let's see, best way to put this is to show you. I've done one of these before. I actually show you people how to make props from just using everyday stuff. So let me see. Let's go with veggie oil. No, it would be the steampunk. The steampunk is the one I had to do the crazy job on. Steampunk. Gaming PC. PC. See if my baby comes up there. I think that would be, this is going to be the next of tedious paint jobs. That steampunk was a freaking crazy paint job. Literally had to take everything apart to put that thing together, man. Oh, it's a good job. It's a crazy job. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. I gotta put my channel for it. Here. There's my baby right there. That's when you start from scratch. Literally have to build these things from scratch, from nothing. That's why I record all my stuff, so I can go back and check out stuff and say, okay, how did I put that together? How do we build that? So this is when I took a picture. This one you can do slideshows, UFO case, because you need those, but they don't make them anymore. So Why? Because the case is all plexiglass and you can cut the daylights out of it by just designing anything you want. All these are the toilet paper rolls I told you. You can turn them into pipes. All this had to be hand painted. It shows you how insane these jobs get. So I have to do the same one to what we have. Take everything apart, put it all back together again, repaint it. All that had to be detailed, painted up. Now see how here, this was brand new. So I had to make it look like it was like the glass was old and brittle. So all this had to be taken apart and hand trimmed and painted all over again and put all back together again. Yeah, it was an interesting job. It was a long job too. It took me a couple of months to do that thing. This is running EL wire through. So I had to make my own props. So this right here, these are just black tubes. This right here, this piece right here is, I think it's some kind of old fuse. And this right here is a makeup container. Turned it into a little generator, like a power light, old-fashioned power light generator. Did all the wiring and everything. I told you I had to wire the PC myself. I'm literally no joke. I had to wire the thing myself. Artwork on the side. Found an old clock in a thrift store. Took the whole thing apart. Had to repaint it back all over again. So I can age it. Actually worked too. Moved back and forth too. The wire job here. Made a little compartment. This is before you had compartments in the back that you can just throw all your wires back there. I had to design a compartment where I can actually hide all my wires, and I had to basically cover everything with a kind of a wood trim. So basically, you know, everything would have a nice match to it and all that. That was all liquid cooling on top of that too. And I used copper tape to make the wires look, all the cables and wires look more, you know, give it more of a steampunk design to it. Here's my toys. There's the overclock right there, motherboard. There is my, oh my goodness, my video card, MSI. This is right around the time where I decided I was going to walk away from console. That's what I did. That's what I built this for. i7, it's when i7 first came out, I bought one. There's two types of, when you build PCs, there's people who mod and they have to do this whole artwork design. I'm the artsy guy. I do all the artwork. All that I told you about, the light bulb system, yeah. So literally, I had to cut the light bulb and run EL wire through all this. All this tubing and stuff, all this right here, all run through EL wire. Yeah, that was a freaking wire job on its own. You know, the fans. Oh, these are the fan grills. I wish you can get those again. You can't find those anymore. Yeah, the side door. Yeah, all the pipings, the gauges, everything. Oh, and by the way, how you turn the PC on? Yeah, wall switch, which was a pain in the neck to design because keep in mind, there were no switches for wall switch. You had to solder that baby. You had to design all the cables, the wires, all that stuff, and solder everything. And oh, you don't even want to know. Trust me. I'm going to tell you about this right here, too. So, this right here, this is a whole separate lighting system that I had to build. So, this actually glowed in the dark, too. So, the wire and everything I had to run through here, back through here. Yeah, that was interesting. And that's the handle for the door to pull the door off. These are more of the gauges and all that. So these are just parts. Literally, I just went to a thrift store and just stripped it apart to turn it into whatever I needed. So as you can see, that scrap pile over there, yeah, that's pretty much how it all starts off. It's just nothing but a bunch of scrap, and you have to convert it into this. So, like I said, been there and done it. So this system had two fan controllers. It ran all the fans in there. The liquid cooling systems have separate fans. All the fans inside have separate fans. These are all touchscreen fans with an LCD readout display that said steampunk that ran across it. And we're gonna go into the, yeah, when they put when it's plasma balls on top, yeah. People dubbed it a time machine because that's exactly what it looked like, a steampunk time machine. You know what I mean? Wiring and all the wires. Here's the LCD display popping up that reads steampunk across. Oh, this is cool too. So right here, this is I think a pump to a toilet, and basically just cut it out, resized it, and put an LED temperature switch in there. So basically I can tell the temperature from inside the PC out here. And there it is finished. Yeah, a lot of freaking work. A lot of work to do that, man. A ton of wiring. Depends on how detailed you want it. So, you know, when I got people that look at my builds and go, and you haven't seen it, this is not even a finished build. This is just 80% done, not even near close to being done yet. Still has a lot more to do. Within the 80%, just keep in mind 20% is a ton of work behind it. A ton of work. That's the finish up work. So when people look at my stuff, go, oh, what the heck is that? Yeah, I build this stuff, man. So at the end of the day, I want to tell you that it is a whole different level of building. It is. You literally have to build your own props because sometimes you're not going to find half the stuff you want. So, got to build it yourself. And that's what I usually run into. Just like the submarine we had to put together because I couldn't find a submarine, so you have to build the submarine. And this is some of the videos showing off the insane wire jobs I had to go through. Ton of wiring. This is me testing out the LED display that I had to install in. I wonder if I can get another one of those. Oh, I would like to get another one of those. I can put in a temperature gauge and this one have a like frozen caution, frozen or something. I could do something with that. I wonder if I gotta go to Frozen PC to get those. See how my PCs have touchscreens? These are all touchscreen fan controllers. So that's the installing in the wire job. So check out all those wires. Yeah, I built it on. I bet there's a generator inside of it that runs. That's why I said, man, all those wires, man. I love it when I'm buried in tons of wires. Where is the where's the veggie nuke? Where's the nuke at? The nuke. Oh, we got two types of nukes. Let me see. We got a Fallout PC we're building too. Building a Fallout PC. That's gonna be sick. It's gonna have an old-fashioned TV, which I gotta start working on that too. Get that prop done because there's a prop I'm gonna have to build to put that thing together. Like literally, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So that's gonna take a micro ATX. I'm gonna old radio, take everything out of it, and put a PC inside of it. And it's gonna have an old-fashioned TV. We're gonna make out of Tupperware. So let me see. Veggie oil. Veggie oil. Oh, all of them got nicknames on it. We know which one's which. We got Sub-Zero, which I don't know. We call this Ice Boy over here. So we got veggie oil. Veggie oil. Nuke. There it is right there. That's a veggie oil. I made that. This is where I got to a point where I got tired of buying cases. So I started building my own cases out of Tupperware. This is another piece by piece. How to do the same thing we're seeing here. I told you about the one we're going to be building a tank for the Deep Six. Same tank. You got to do the old measurements up top to cut everything out. So this one's submerged under vegetable oil. We're going to build another one, which we're going to do with a submarine. And it shows you all the tools, parts, rotary tools, all that stuff. So basically, we're just taking an old Pentium 4 Hyperthread and converting it. So it shows you how old this is, using ID cables and all that stuff. But it shows you what you have to go through. It's a lot of freaking work, but it's again, it's worth it. There's a silicone. Massive wire job. And again, toilet paper rolls. These toilet paper tubes are fantastic for designing fake pipes. Oh, I wish I could look at that hard drive. So yeah, that's what my hard drive looked like here. Old boring hard drive. And now we've converted it into that hard drive. No custom paint job. Actually, I got a tutorial video to show you how to age stuff. How to make it look really, really old. Or nuclear burnt. You can see the different stages. Here you see paint job. These right here are catch-up dispensers. That's what they are. Catch-up dispensers, and I ran a large neon LED light through it to give off that reactor effect. The same thing we're going to be building here and there. Except for the difference is that's going to be filled with vegetable oil because we know we can actually run a part to do that. We don't want it to glow. I need it to glow. So I need the liquid to move a little bit in there, but I need it to glow. And the only way to get that to glow, we're going to have to be to run a LED light rod through it in order to do it, but it's going to have to run through vegetable oil because, yeah, anything else I'm going to short it out. So it has to look realistic. And there's the rotary tools, my baby. And the wire job going in. More customizations for the fans. All those fans were black when I got them, so they all had to be hand painted. Running in the pipes. Another reactor. Now it's a power supply. I had old power supply there, and here comes the messy wire job. That's the insanity. Like, how do you know which wire is which? You'll figure it out, trust me. We're loading the operating system in. There's the operating system being loaded in. My buddies, yeah, you know who. Basically, one of my buddies who does that kind of stuff. He rewrites operating systems. Running the LED lights. Make sure they're all operational. So we got our nuclear tubes. And there's some more LED lighting wired underneath. And there's the paint job in for the nuclear bio waste. Mind you, all the pipes are made out of these plastic toilet paper rolls or toilet paper holders. When I was building these, I was doing screen paints when I was doing these. But when I first started, no, I wasn't doing any screen paints at all, period. When I first started. I've been building PCs for quite some time. I used to have a website. That was one of my websites. Gaming Mod Members was actually a website I used to have. Paint my speakers. And sound can transfer through them. And also, two, painted the keyboard. Took it apart. Customization of the keyboard. And the monitor was all customized. And that was actually under vegetable oil. Isn't that insane? Yep. Then I get people who say, oh, but you don't know. Yeah, please, give me a break. And that's his finish right there. It took me 2 months to build. Yeah, that was a pretty short one. That's all vegetable oil right there. So I have to tap the glass to show there's actually oil in it. Running perfectly fine. Operating system's running perfectly fine. That shows you how far back it was. XP. So yeah, as you see me build all the props have to be made by hand, everything. Yep. Yes, sirree. So now I get naysayers that come and go, oh, but you don't know what you're doing. Please, I know a whole lot more, trust me, more than you think at the end of the day. I got so many tutorial videos that I show people how to build stuff on, it's not even funny. I literally show people how to build a reactor. A cheap reactor. You can make this out of parts, just laying around in your spot, or you can go to a thrift store and buy half of this stuff. And how to do the paint job. Xbox 360. That's the last mod I did for a console was Xbox 360. I dropped it in vegetable oil. Look how old it is back, way back. So if people ask me how to do modified pipes, you don't have to see right there. That's a reactor that was built. That's basically just made simply out of a catch-up dispenser. That's it. And just parts laying around. The paint job is what makes it, and the lighting is what makes it. So basically, it's designed to give this kind of a flashy, kind of wrecked machinery kind of look to it, like malfunctioning. Huh, candy. That's all I always said, candy laying around somewhere. So it gives it a kind of a rusted look to it. That's the same look I want to give to the reactor. This is what I was looking for. I want to give the reactor that kind of look. So I'm going to fire this up, show you how crazy this thing looks. Things have been sitting under the ocean for quite some time. Has that kind of a dry, seaweed, moldy look to it. Yeah, there you go. And this is built by parts. That's it. I put a delay system on it to cause the lights to flash. Now you can get them that way. But then, back then, no, you were building that stuff. And that can be submerged under vegetable oil and run with no problem. Oh yeah, that's what I was building. You were still going to build a submarine. Oh, this is a projector I did. I designed it basically. I did a nuclear projector. And a screen to match it. I painted the projector. See that at the box at the bottom? That's a cardboard box. A regular United States Postal Service cardboard box. That's why I said at the end of the day, when I get the naysayers that come into my channel, and then you're going to talk to me about PC and game, all that stuff. Seriously? Really? I was modding and building, man, before I even did all this to begin with. I was building PCs for a very long time. So, yeah, when you sit there and say, well, you know, yeah, please, you're talking to somebody that's been around before you were on YouTube, way before I was on YouTube. I wasn't even on YouTube, and I was building half of that stuff I was designing and making. Half of that stuff I was designing. I customized my own VIP servers, my own masking, my own IP address, all that stuff. I was doing all that crazy stuff at the end of the day. Really don't understand who you might be having a conversation with, if you know what I mean. On a nicer term of putting it, I go way back in technology. Just put it that way. I do things properly, if you know what I mean. If I want to find you, I can find you. All right? Just put it in a nicer term. But I choose to basically do what I do here as basically what I have is a blessing from my Lord and Savior. He blessed me with this ability to be able to do this, build, design, program, all that stuff. But if I really wanted to find you, I could find you. Just don't put it in a nice term. A mod level doesn't go just to PC. Pretty much anything that I want to convert, I can convert it. I know people at the end of the day that have the skill level to dig up the earth, if you know what I mean. And they don't use it. And the reason why they don't, because again, the rules and regulations that you have to follow at the end of the day. I follow rules and regulations every single day. Now, when I had my Xbox 360 account, I had a gamer tag called Your Godmaker 999. The 999 stood for something. Not what you think it is. It was something that was for. Now, again, On Xbox 360, we had a lot of weirdos that would pop into the account. Anybody that was white supremacist, anybody who was basically child pedophile and all that stuff, your account went missing. So you didn't deserve to be on there. If you're doing that kind of weirdo stuff at the end of the day, again, you don't need to be on a gaming system. You got other people on there trying to enjoy the game without being called racial slurs or wiped completely clean, like nothing left, just a blank avatar staring you in the face. And that's if you were lucky. Then they'd block your IP address and knock it out. Because again, you don't need to be on there. We don't need weirdos on the account. Yeah, so I had a bunch of people on there that actually did the same thing I did, was get rid of individuals that didn't need to be on there, that were doing things that shouldn't be done. That's one thing I can never understand. How in the world did they get away with that crap to begin with? You know what it is? This is the problem. When they're not allowed to have any, well, first of all, they're not having any access online, period. That's what I'm sitting there having this conversation with this weirdo that was in one of the chat rooms one time. I'm like, how the freak are you online? Because you're not even supposed to be online. Technically, you're not. But they have it like he's not supposed to be on a computer, right? But the crazy thing about this is why you got to make sure your kids' accounts are locked down, or get them a freaking Wii U or something at the end of the day, or a Nintendo. Don't put them on these systems at the end of the day. You don't know what kind of nut jobs are in there. But when I've been online, I've bumped into some of the most jacked up individuals on the face of the planet. I'm pretty sure we all had bumped into jacked up people. But I'm looking here having this conversation with this nut job like before we knock out his account. We're thinking like, what are you doing on here? Like, how are you online to begin with? Because isn't there like a court order where you're not supposed to be online, period? Like you're not supposed to be have any access to any. Here's the thing, no access to computers. So the Xbox 360 gaming, all these gaming systems that go online, they're loopholes because they're not technically considered computers. They're considered to be gaming consoles. There you go. That's how the nut jobs get on. Because technically, they can't be on a computer. They can't be in chat rooms and none of that stuff. But a console system is not counted as a PC. There you go. That's what he told me. And I'm like, oh, good gracious. Like, this is even worse. Yeah. And this is why, unlike people like me and other people, were knocking people's accounts out that basically were pedophiles. That were taking out their accounts. Yep. But that's what he told me before we knocked his account out. He said that technically a console is not considered to be a PC. It's the worst thing in the world. And then the day, it's a bunch of kids on these things at the end of the day. So yeah. And another thing too that I didn't like was the Oculus. I didn't like the Oculus, the first one they had, the Oculus 2. I didn't like it because it was attached to your Facebook account. Now, I went in with a dummy account, of course, because I'm not using my real account on there. I have a dummy account logging in. But again, you know, some people just don't really monitor their kids all that well. And keep in mind, it's attached to your Facebook account. Now, I don't know if the new ones are now. Let me see for a minute. I got to look into that for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Oculus 3, is it attached to your Facebook account? No. Yeah, thank you. Because, man, that first one was a doozy. So basically, no, it's not attached to your Facebook account. Because the first one was. The first one, you had to sign into your Facebook account. I don't know what the idea was that one was. But keep in mind, if someone's using your Facebook account, there is an option on the Oculus that basically you can build. When you go to check out someone's gamer tag, the whole room goes dark. Everything pauses. And then just their tags pop up. So there's a little X or whatever pop up, whatever it's on the controller, and you hit X, and your whole entire profile pops up all online for everybody to see, especially if a weirdo's in there stalking your kids. That nonsense pops up. So that's why I tell people, man, you got to learn to put your accounts on private. I understand that some people have them out in the open. Don't put your accounts on private because you never know exactly you get access to your account, especially if your kids are on there and you got freaking weirdos in there. I have no idea why they were having adults spawn in the rec room, which, and to this day, I don't know why they did that. But yeah, there were, when you first pop in, if you ever played Oculus, you spawn in the rec room. So the first time I spawned in the rec room, I was like, nope, we're not keeping this system because I'm not going to be around a bunch of kids screaming in my ear all day long. I was about to unplug the system, and then I saw a door that said exit, and I walked out the door. And then meanwhile, I got some little shorties like, hey, how you doing? So and so and so. I'm just ignoring them because it's just creeping me out to walk, be in that environment to begin with. So I go to the door, I go out the door, and then basically this is where the information pops up and tells me I have to design my avatar and all that stuff, and you get set up with your own room. Like you got your own room, you can bring people in to talk and chat and stuff like that, and you set up any way you want it. Like you want to do it like out in the mountains or out in outer space and whatever nonsense with all that, your profile or make your setting up. Then if you get all that crap set up and everything and put all your credit card information, blah blah blah, so you can buy stuff and all that stuff. Then after that, you're just looking around through the menu like, where are all the freaking adults at? Because I know I'm not going through that nonsense ever again. And sure enough, you find big screen mode, and over in there, I think it's big screen or whatever it is. You go over there, and that's where you find all the adults. And all the adults are in there having conversation. You pop in there like, hey, people, what's up? How you doing? Just got this today. Just trying it out. How's everybody been? And everybody will have a conversation with you. And then you say, hey, what the freak is going on with the rec room? And they were like, yeah, that's kind of messed up. They spawn adults in there. There you go. Now, every once in a while, you will get a kid that will pop up, or a few kids will pop up in the big screen area, but we can go to our own lobbies, and our own lobbies have passwords. They can't get access in with their carrying on an act. We just don't want them in there, period. Or we're just talking about adult stuff. We just don't want kids in there, period. So yeah, that was pretty cool on that end. But yeah, that whole spawning in the rec room, no, I don't know why they had people spawning in there. And a few times, and keep in mind, it's every freaking time. So when you log in, you will always spawn in the rec room. No matter what, you'll log in there. Which I could never understand why they set it up that way. That's just creepy, man. It's just so creepy. But what the two I found was creepy was the fact that you had to have your Facebook account attached to this. So say you get a pair of VRs, you got it for yourself, and let your kids play around in it, and your account's not locked. Yeah, people can get access to your account, all your information, just like that. So now they don't have them that way. So let me see. Remove the requirement. Yeah, see right here? They removed it. It was on there at one point. So in August of 2022, Metro removed the requirement to use a Facebook account to access the Oculus headsets. Told you. Yep, I had those suckers. And I remember, man, popping into the rec room like, what the freak? This is the game? Like, oh, heck no, we're not doing this. But yeah, you can go in there and you can literally, if your Facebook account is not protected, someone can just tap on X and they got everything about your family, everything, the whole 9 yards. Yep. Mind you, they can pull out a cell phone. Now, keep in mind, you think it's just for the VR glasses. No. With the Quest, you can actually watch what's on your glasses, but you can also broadcast it to your TV if you want at the same time. So people will screenshot your stuff, man. So no. Nope. I'm glad they got rid of that because that was just so creepy. I was telling people, block your account, block your account, block your account. Tell your parents to block their account. Yeah, because there were weirdos in there. Yeah, it was all creepy. Other than that, the system was pretty nice. The games weren't all that hot, to tell you the truth. That's why they give you like 128 gigs and stuff like that. The 120 gigs is because there's actually games on the system that you can download. But you got to consider the fact that at 128 gigs at 512, the games can't be all that great. Because look at it. I mean, think about it. You're not playing no great GTA 6 on that at all, period. You're not playing any of that on there due to the fact that, it just takes up more memory. There's no way in the world you're going to be playing GTA 6, you know what I mean? But they're going to give you 512. That's what they're going to give you, 512 gigs. That's all you're going to get. 128 gigs. That's what you're going to get. 256 gigs. That's all you're going to get. So you can tell by the measurements about what they give you and memory. There's not really serious games on there being played. So basically, you're playing their games that they have on the glasses. They have like a store and you can buy. So the games aren't really all that kind of like they're kind of like you ever played the Wii U games? They're like that. Some games do have some other stuff to it. They're a little bit more interesting, but still, all in all, I didn't find myself to be challenged on it. So I had to plug mine into my PC and get access to my library on Steam, which you can do with these. Now these are the new ones. The new ones have the 4K and all that stuff like that, and 110 field of view and 90-degree field of view, which is a 96 something degrees and all stuff like that. So yeah, they're much better, especially with that link, because I do not want a cable attached to the back of my head. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I told you that, you got to be careful, because the Lord will give you a blessing, but that blessing can be used for something bad too. So thank goodness I've never used my blessing for anything bad. I used my blessing when we had some weird, interesting people that were on the Xbox 360 that should not have been on there. And like I said, I had that conversation with that dude, and I asked him how you have access to online. And he said, well, the reason why is because the 360 is not considered to be a PC. It's a console, but it has online access, because you can surf the internet with them. So in the PlayStation 2, you can surf the internet too. They don't consider them to be PCs. It's a game system. See, there you go. That's why you got to parent control your freaking game systems. Parents out there, seriously, really got to do that. Got to do that. Hey, hey, hey. I like Prodigy. Yep. It's all custom paint job, all that. See right there? You don't get yellow projection screens. We had to paint it that way. That's why when somebody made the statement that you can't paint your screen because you'll jam the motor up if you paint it, you have to use his solution, I got something to say to you. Blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Stop lying, man. You made that statement because you're trying to tell people yourself is like a thin like skin coating and you're not supposed to paint it. People have been painting motorized projection screens for years, man. It ain't nothing new. It guy kills me. He comes up there and tells you something that people have been doing for years. I've been on YouTube longer than him. And I've been painting screens for a very long time, motorized projection screens. It came up in a couple of topics, so we painted over one, and it actually works too. So yeah, no problems whatsoever. And I painted one multiple times to see how many times it would take for me to jam the motor. And it's like 50 times to do it. It's quite a lot to jam that motor. So I was able to repaint the screen, another coating here, and then just to add insult to injury, I think I got a video on it, I painted that particular section 3 times before I put the coating on it and never had a jam motor. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. When they're talking about things that he doesn't know anything about. See that customized? We even had the Leon lights at the top to give it that nuclear design. So that's all custom paint job. I could have did a Fallout setup. I'm really thinking about this later on in time, like maybe because our equipment doesn't have to have expensive PCs. We can literally do custom gaming PCs and projector systems to set up. And yeah, that was actually a cardboard box, large cardboard box from the United States Postal Service. And you guys sit there and talk about my cardboard skills, really? They be in there like, oh, he don't know how to do it with cardboard. That's actually freaking cardboard. Challenge my cardboard skills. How dare you? Look at that. This thing was sick looking. I want to do a Fallout one next. That wasn't a Fallout. It was just a nuke. I'm going to do a Fallout one next. Custom job. And yes, you can get access to everything on there. You can get access to the lamp, the whole 9 yards, everything on there. Whole thing to take all the compartments, all that stuff. Somebody's like, can you get to everything? I can get to everything. Everything! Hey, can I get out of this real quick? There we go. There we go. That's the new PC we're building right there. That was my Xbox 360. Yeah, so my Xbox 360 was a little different than most people because mine had certain firmware. Maybe I don't even go down that road because to tell you the truth, shouldn't be talking about that right there. Anyway, I rebuilt my Xbox 360, so it was untraceable online. That's a nicer way of putting it. This was an Xbox 360, so removed it out of the case, put it into a UFO case, and rebuilt it. Untraceable online. I was a ghost. Couldn't find me. hit a switch, and boop, just go off the radar. So it has special parts in it. I had to rebuild the motherboard. That's what happens when you grow up in the era of soldering boards, soldering stuff and soldering this. Yeah, taking apart the motherboard. Which actually was pretty easy to do too, on top of that. The wire job, on the other hand, was a freaking pain in the butt. But, got it to work. So when we be playing Xbox Live, right? And they were saying, oh, but you got the same system I have. Yeah, I have the same GPU, CPU, all that. I have the same thing you. But my system's a little different than yours. So I would flash a picture and show over my... This is how I got a hardware band one time. No, the hardware band was for the Elite system. The Elite got me a hardware band. This one didn't give me a band. That's where I learned to ghost the box. Because, again, I learned my lesson. Because I had the Elite system, and I got this one later on. And I had the Elite system, I got caught. So they basically locked my account. I was like, okay, whatever. So I got me another one, and this time I ghosted my account. But anyway, yeah, I showed this to a few people. Matter of fact, it was a picture of my profile. From my system, I had on my profile picture. Yeah, go ahead. You can report me. You can't find me. I'm not going to pop up. So, yeah. I sent over this picture right here, and that was it. You're like, what the freak is that? It's modified. So as for your console gamers out there that sit and say to me at the end of the day that you're just nothing but into PC. No, not actually. I do everything. Everything. I like everything. Anything involving gaming, I'm into it. Doesn't make a difference. It's just whatever I choose, which is going to be my preference of gaming. That's what I choose. But I game on everything. But I modded the daylights out of that thing. Because, yeah, I got tired of it. I would have never... let me put it this way. The Xbox 360 has to be one of the most modded consoles of all time. I did everything to this thing. I mean, literally everything. I've seen people JTAG, daylight side things, everything. And this would have never came down to this point if the system didn't burn out all the time. So when you have systems constantly burning out, and then you get that whole bright-eyed, bushy tail, you know, your hopes are all up because they send you the coffin. That's where the name of the coffin came from. It came from the 360. They started the coffin. I don't know if you have coffins now, but that's what they call it. So your system burns out, and the first thing you do is you call Xbox, right? And you talk to them and tell them and give them the model number and everything at the bottom of your box and all, and they send you out a coffin, which is a box. You put your stuff in, you know what I mean? Make sure you write your name on something in there, you know what I mean? Because they do swap boards out and stuff like that from time to time, so you got to be careful about that. And you send it off, right? And you get it back like maybe 2-3 weeks later, and you get a free subscription of Xbox Live for 1 month, which ain't going to change the fact that your freaking gaming rank went down because, you know, you weren't there. Anyway. So that's what they call the coffin. But the problem is that once you got it fixed, you know, you got your hopes all high up that, man, they fixed it, it's going to work, you know what I mean? They got nothing to worry about, and doop, your system red rings on you. And then you get mad, and you said, you know what, I'm not even sending it back. What was the point? I had to wait 3 weeks to get it back. I'm just going to turn around and buy me another one. So you go buy another one. Some people didn't have that option, but I went out and bought another one. So you buy another one, and doop, that sucker burned down. And doop, that sucker burned down. And after a while, you go, you know what, I'm tired of it. I'm going inside. I'm going to see if I can fix it myself, because you're tired of it. And then you go in and you find out that, oh, gee whiz, this is nothing. This is a piece of cake. I mean, especially if you work on PCs anyway, it's nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm going to modify the daylights out of this thing. And you start figuring out ways how to keep these things nice and cool so that way they last longer. And this is where modifications started coming in and people started doing things to the 360 that they normally wouldn't have done with any other console system. There you go. You know, when you get desperate enough, sometimes you got to take measures into your own hands because, again, if the company fails you, and again, at one point, I swear, I mean, I don't want to say anything, but it kind of felt like I was getting a recycled board. Like I was getting a board from somebody else's busted board and it was being sent to me. That's what it felt like. That's why you had to mark your boards. Because I had one come back and it didn't have the marks on it. I was like, oh, these mother jumpers freaking gave me somebody else's board. They probably had other problems in it that I didn't have at the end of the day, but after a while, you lose faith in that nonsense, and you start taking matters into your own hands, and then you're just watching tutorial videos basically on how to open the thing up. And once you get inside, you know your boards at the day, like, well. What I can do all kinds of stuff to this. And then next you know, you're popping open your hard drive case, because I've done that too. I popped open the hard drive case and found out the hard drive case was nothing special. They had this fancy case onto it. It's a 2.5 hard drive. That's all. A laptop hard drive is in there. That's it. So instead of you going over and buying a whole case and a whole hard drive, which they'll sit there and charge you all this money for. You just go to Target Direct and order yourself a bigger hard drive, pop it in, automatically formats it right from the door. Cheap, save yourself some money. Instead of saying we have to use the hard drive that comes officially with it that snaps on the top. No, you won't. You can open up that hard drive, pull that hard drive out, and put one in, and get it to run. Yep. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. And then you're doing all these modifications to it. Next you know, boom, you got one of these. This is my kill switch on how to turn it on. So I had to rewire the kill switches in it. I put in fan controls to keep everything nice and cool. That was all touchscreen. There's the optical drive. I even put in a little nuclear waste compartment to give it a little jazz. All these fans ran off fan controllers, everything. So imagine what I can do with your PS5 Pro. If I decide to spend the money on it. Yeah, rebuilt the daylights out of that thing. The only problem is you can't touch certain stuff on it. That's the thing that ticks me off. Like, you can't really touch anything else but the freaking hard drive. Like, come on, man. Give us more breathing room on that thing. Let's take the whole thing apart. Oh, there's my submarine I built out of plastic bottles. But yeah, let's take the whole thing apart. All of it, the whole thing. They should make like take the whole thing apart. Ice Boy. Is that Ice Boy? That's Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero. Yes. This is the open rack. Another open rack PC. Open rack PC. Open rack PC. Because I didn't want to spend the money for the open rack, so I built one myself. Yeah, separate fan controllers, baby. Boom. And yes, that part snaps off, and I got access to everything underneath. Touchscreen fan controller. I love those. Are my favorite fan controllers. See, that's what I mean. I need to get one of them on this, but this will have optical drives on it. So I'll have to build me. Well, I can just build me another. Which one? We made the boxes and use these, so I can use this for the back to make a little box area for that. Yeah, I'm gonna put one on here. A touch fan controller on here, like a little refrigeration unit. Oh, that'd be sick too on top of that. Cause you know, refrigerator got that temperature control. We can do temperature control in here. That'd be sick. And do all the fans running off the fan controller. Can we get this thing? I wonder if we can still buy these things. Let me see. Let me get one of these. We can find this. Let's see. Touchscreen PC fan controller. They upgraded. They upgraded. These are better. Much better. What in Sam Chicken Hill is that? Oh, we must have it. We must have it. Look at that. Look at the temperature control in this. For the PC. Temperature control. And look at the price on it. $50. That's right, $35. I'm sorry. Look at this. Oh my goodness. We got to get one of them here. We got to. We got to get one there. That'd be sick right there. Oh man, look at that sucker. It's hot. That sucker is hot. We definitely got to get one of them. That thing is hot. Look at that temperature control, all that. Man. See what I mean? I know PC gamers, or not PC, console gamers are like, man, I hate this guy. But this is what you get. You get stuff like this. You get so much perks with PC. It is not even funny. The customization is up through the roof on how much you can customize. You don't understand. You're not limited. That's why I said there's certain people that are happy with their console systems the way they are, and they're happy with it 100%. Hey, kudos to you. 100%. Enjoy your gaming. But you got certain ones that got that mod bug. They got it. You know what I mean? They look at the system like, man, I could do something better with this. They'll be changing out the color of the case. They'll be putting in different invisible cases on it. They'll be throwing LED lights up in it, the whole 9 yards. They're cut different. They want to do it differently. But to those individuals who do that kind of stuff, you know, you're doing that kind of stuff to a console system, man, take them skills and bring it over to PC and see what you can do at the end of the day. Your customization will go through the roof. Because I know people have that skill level on console. They have that skill level to do all those modifications on console, light them up the whole 9 yards. Hey, take that skill level and bring it over to PC. Because at the end of the day, man, you like the mod today, it's endless. Endless on how much fun you can have. And some people already are doing this right now. They have console and PC. But some people are like that. They can get a console and they're not going to be satisfied with it. They're not going to be satisfied with the look of it. They want something different. They want something that stands out on everybody else's. So they're going to do something with this system far different than what everybody else has done. Than that guy who did that Xbox 360 mod. But people got that skill level. Most likely they're already on PC, already doing modifications. But some of y'all have not switched over to PC. You don't have to just switch over fully. You can do both at the same time. I'm doing both at the same time. I play my console back there and I have PC. So, but then again, if you're into those modification skills, man, try it on PC. You'd be surprised, man, the stuff you can play around with this stuff at the end of the day. These console mods are insane. We're going to definitely get that. That is sick. And how are we hooking this up anyway? All right. Oh, we got several. Oh, okay. We do USB, whatever. Okay, that's good. That's easy. See, that's what I'm telling about. Modification. That's what PCs are about. Modifications, man. Customization. We're going to turn ourselves into a nuclear jungle in that baby with VR capabilities and all that cool stuff. Yep. I even got a stand that's going to fit on it. I got a customized stand. I'm doing it to match my case and everything. So my VR glasses, they're not going to be all white. My VR glasses are going to be custom painted to match my PC. They'll have LED lights and everything on them, just like my PC with the nuclear symbols and everything on them. And I'm going to get a customized stand, a docking stand for it that lights up. Oh, my whole system is going to be hot. But that's some of you console gamers out there hooking it up. Console case mods. Let me see what we got going on here. Look at this, man. See what I'm saying? Y'all got that skill level. Some of y'all got that skill level, man. Jeez, y'all being there hooking it up. These guys are gifted. Beautiful, beautiful jobs. Look at that right there. Put a peekable window in the Xbox. Man, this is nice. So if you think at the end of the day that all this modding, even some, it's just PC people who PC, they like PC, but they'll mod a console out in a minute. And there are people that basically have console gamers. They do a little PC on the side. They do modifications for their PC, but they modify their consoles too. And then you got some people at the end of the day just mod their consoles only. You got that skill level to do this at the end of the day. You need to go come over to PC and see it, really explore what your capabilities are doing. Because man, it's endless. Look at this, man. Fantastic jobs. And if you think you can't do this, yeah, you can do it. You definitely can do it. These are the invisible cases right here, mods. They're easy to do, to put on. I know. It's scary because you figure if you jack it up, you will jack it up. But, you know, you'll get an old machine and experiment with it. See right here? We cut the holes in it. That's what I did with my Elite system. I cut holes in it. So basically I put my fans on either side. So that way I can keep my system cool. And it worked. Look, somebody did a Dreamcast. Gee whiz, somebody took an Xbox and turned it into a laptop. I wonder if they got PlayStation 5. Jeez, that's freaking sick. PlayStation 5 modification case. Oh no, that's sick. That is sick. That's sick. That's awesome. They hooked that up. Man, they hooked that up. I've seen some of the mod cases you can get. They got the clear cases. Oh shoot! Look at that right there. That's freaking sick. That's sick, sick, sick. I like that. That's nice. That's nice, right there. I've seen somebody liquid cool one of these things before too. You can actually liquid cool your system. You got 4 ports on your motherboard that allows you to run liquid cooling. It's kind of like they telling you, like, go ahead, do it. I know you want to liquid cool it. Liquid cool it. Yeah, you liquid cool that thing. I think it's gonna run nice. It's gonna run real nice. And get all those parts out of that box and expose them into a bigger case. Like if you get like a this is why I have so many tabs up. If you get a let me see, a portable PC case for an ITX motherboard. There you go. Bam! This is what I'm picking up for myself. Oh, look at this. This case is it's beautiful. Look at it. I'm gonna put a little PC in it. The glass on game off the glass and everything. This is where Retro Boy is gonna be converted to here. Look at this one they got here. Jeez. But I want one with a case on it right there. You could do that right there. You can put your PS system on that too. You can put it in an open rack. Easy. You know, if you're gonna call it a PC, you gotta learn to treat it like a PC. What the heck did they want for this one right here? It's got that Team Fortress vibe to it. Oh, that's sick. Look how small that thing is. Shoot. There's a mini ITX board. What? Oh, that's a little too small. Maybe later on. But I want that other one instead. I want this one right here. This one I'm going to be getting right here. This one right here is hot. Definitely getting them. They want 170 bucks for that. A mini ITX case right there. This one I can carry this around. Like my Adidas. Little boom box. See how small this baby is. There you go. That's it. That's how big the case is. That's it. Almost the size here. A little is wider than your game system, but shorter than your game system. Got a handle and everything. Take it anywhere I want. I'm gonna turn that into a game. That's what Retro Boy's gonna be converted into that. That's how small it is. And you can put in here easily. So you can drop in a. Let me see, the 4060 can be dropped in here, but this is something bigger. You can put a few. It's made to fit a full size graphic card in there. But yeah, 4060 can fit in there. All right, people. I'm not gonna talk about console. I'm not. You know why? We covered that. I just gotta wait till time will tell. See what happens. You know what I mean? I'm curious exactly in the future. Or you can just wait. That's all you can do is wait. That's all you can do is wait. Xbox comes out with a console. That'll be interesting to see. They don't come out with a console. Well, that's not gonna be good. PlayStation is gonna continue to jump in price. That's definitely gonna happen. People are gonna complain it costs too much money. I think what's going to be the breaking point is they raise the subscription costs. I can't believe I actually spent that much money on subscription costs. Oh, shoot. It's 10 o'clock. I got to go. Anyway. Yeah. I'm going to get down and I got to get a paint job done. We can't really even build a PC yet. All these parts I got to get, I can't even build it yet because I got to paint the entire case. I got to do a detailed paint job to that whole case. That artwork, all that stuff has to be put in there first before I build the PC in there. Even the motherboard has to be painted, designed, and everything before I get it down here. So yeah, I got to paint everything before I can put everything together. So it's going to be a real tedious paint job. So, just to let you know ahead of time, there's going to be a lot of videos popping up. A lot of them. And these videos are going to be freaking long because, again, it usually takes that kind of time to put these things together. But I need to document myself. Just like I want to document all the other PCs, it has to be documented. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of wire work. A lot of wire work. Especially putting that fairy tale optic fiber lighting in there. That has to be going there. Let me see it for a minute. We need right here. twinkling lights USB. I reversed that, didn't I? I totally pulled the Yoda right there. I said the opposite. It was supposed to be USB twinkling lights. I want the other way around. Yeah, I got to get those in because I want this kind of like, I don't want them all over the place. I want a little bit of flickering lights here, little flicker lights here to give them more realistic effect. There's fireflies in there. You know what I mean? Because it's supposed to be a night jungle design. So we got to put a moon and everything in there. And the moon's got to look realistic. And the only way we're going to be able to put a moon is we're going to have to project the moon in. So that's why we need that flex. We need a projector for that. Hold on for a minute while I'm here. Where's my freaking, oh, good gracious. Boom, charge. Let me see, flickering lights. But we don't need a lot of lights. We need flickering lights, little small fireflies. Firefly lights. Actually, batteries. I can't stand anything that runs off batteries. The batteries die too quick. We need USBs. USB firefly lights and USB. Ooh, USB. Let me see what we got here. Amazon got some fairy tale USB. That's not gonna work. Fairy tale light stream, but they're not gonna be no fireflies. So I'm gonna do it. That's their freaking nuclear fireflies, and they'll be huge. We need some tiny lights in there. Oh man, you know what I mean? This is the part that drives me crazy because now we got to cut, slice, and solder because again, lights. I mean, too many lights. Got to shorten that line somehow. Jeez, man, these are actually perfect right there. So we're gonna get the cutting and the slicing. Oh, wait, USB fairy tale lights. Yeah, 100 feet. Gee, we don't even need a freaking 100 feet. That's way too much. Yeah, we got to rewire stuff. You got any videos on this thing? Oh my goodness, yes, these are what I'm looking for. This is perfect. 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 Look at that. That's fantastic. Yes, let the wire job begin. You know, a twinkle of lights in the background. I'm going to put some specially around. The lighting in there has to be done just right because it can't be too bright and it can't be too dark. We need some areas that are very well lit and some areas that are very dark, but we need a kind of a shadow effect. You know what I mean? Like the robot we have back there, so when we sitting back there, some of it can be seen through the greenery. Some of the lighting can be shined on the face, a little bit on the arm or the legs, and some of it has to be super dark. But you have a light glowing in one side. That's what we got to do. We got to hook it up with a lighting system. Basically do the whole wiring, just basically have to get the lighting just right to make this thing come to life. What's the other thing you was looking for? Oh yeah, we got to do that job on there too. We need also too. What's the other thing we have to get our hands on? Oh, here we go. Wooden keyboard. Really? Keyboard's like freaking. I mean, what the heck are you? Ooh, look at that. Oh, I like this. Does this glow in the dark? It's green too. Oh, we can hook that up. Definitely hook that up. I'd rather have something glow in the dark because literally I'm in the dark. Sometimes I like to do work in the dark. Active full screen. Let's see. Wooden keyboard. We need to light it up ourselves. Wooden keyboards. Anything that lights up a wooden keyboard. Dude, I got the typewriter. Jeez, that thing's like $170. I'm gonna spend $170 on a keyboard. Hope it's not gonna be like the last one. The keyboard tried to take the whole thing apart and put it all back together. Can you ever take apart a keyboard and paint it? I have done that one already. What do we got here? Ooh, look at you. Look at you looking all sexy over here. Looking actually with the lights on you too and your wooden. Oh yeah. Oh, nuke this keyboard. Nuke it. Yes, sir. It's got the nice wood. Look at it. It's calling my name. Look at this. Does it light up? And it's wood. Look at that. And it lights. Oh, it lights up. And it's calling my name. It's perfect. I'm in love. It's calling my name. It's got that kind of. We can basically put some greenery into it, or I'm definitely gonna moss that thing up so it gives it kind of a moss kind of. Oh yeah, we're gonna hook it up. We're definitely gonna hook it up. It's gonna be sick when we get done with it. I freaking love it. $56. Yeah, you got a mouse to go with that sucker too. Oh, look at that one right there. Let's see. I'm gonna keep that there. Wooden PC mouse. I didn't ask you for all that. No. Not that. No, listen to me. Wooden PC mouse. Yes. $34 for that sucker too, but let me see. Oh, I like it. I do like it. I do like it. I do like it. Yes, I do. You have to modify it. We have to modify it. We definitely modify it. But I do like it. It's bamboo. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's what I'm talking about. See? Modifications. It's just so much. There's so much overload. This is where you end up with freaking like 10, 20 PCs. You're like, oh, look at that case. I got to put a PC in there. Oh, look at that motherboard. I got to put a PC on that. But yeah, you're just constantly building, man. You're constantly building. Look at that case. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's sick. I don't know if I can handle this. This is just too much for me. It's too much. Are you freaking kidding me? That's a case, a PC case? Mother Charles. Wow, man. I'm telling you. Oh, we got to hook the VR glasses up. The VR glasses, we're going to hook them up. They're going to look sick. They're going to look so sick. I'm telling you. They're going to get done with our VR glasses. That is freaking sick. These wouldn't. Yeah, we got to make them look old, aged, whatever. We have to hook them up. You know what I mean? We got it. We're gonna do it like have a mossy look to it, an old mossy look to it, and we're gonna hook it up. Come on, console gamer, don't be hating on me. Don't be hating on me. Don't be hating on me, because you can do the same thing too. You can basically modify your case. They make so much stuff for modifications for console cases. It's not even funny how much it is. There's a lot. Just gotta get in there and get gutsy. Pop that case open and get in there and get it done. Because you got to go in there anyway to change out your hard drive anyway. Mom, just go past the warranty. No, I'm not going to tell you to do that. But still, you know. Curiosity don't kick in. It don't kick in for you. It kicks in for me all the time. Like, I wonder what would happen if I change this or change that. I wonder if I can take it out of that case. You can literally take that thing out of the case. This time in the Pro, the power supply doesn't look like a boot, which is fantastic because it's easy to mount that thing in a case now. Which he did a good job on that one. But yeah, all those screws and bolts and all that stuff to take apart, I don't know, it's just not for me. I'm just used to just taking out a motherboard, slapping it, and be done with it. Look at this, man. I want wireless. Definitely want wireless. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that sick. Freaking sick right there. Can I get some wooden speakers? No, we're wearing headsets. We got headsets coming with this. Headsets. Can we get wooden headsets? Let's find out. Wooden gaming PC headsets. I can't believe it actually got that because I butchered the crap out of that one. Yeah, these suckers ain't cheap. They $250. $250 for these wooden ones. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. $250. Oh, I spent $250 for some headsets I'm going to be listening to. Chances are I'm going to basically bust them up because I usually know for busting headsets up, but I don't know what to think about that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Look at that freaking LED design for the freaking you're putting your headsets on. We can build that. We can build it. We can definitely build it. It's not hard to do. Oh no, we need that. We need that wooden PC. We need a wooden. I need something that's close enough to the. I don't know. I'm spending $250 for some headsets, man. I'm gonna need to bring a wooden head in here to stick it on. because I'd be scared to death to drop those on the floor if I bust them up. The Turtle Beaches, I had the Astro Boys. I broke a pair of Astro Boys. I stepped on them. Yeah, that hurt. That was a $520 headsets, and I actually broke them. So kind of like a little, I don't know. I don't take care of my headsets all that well. Where are my other ones at? Probably on the floor somewhere, knowing me. Jeez, these are hot though. Those are definitely hot. 309. Oh, Amazon got these right here. Can we do anything with these? These look hot. I like them. I do like them. I just don't like that color. That color is kind of. They got any other colors? Got anything darker? They got them in white. Which was a little darker brown. It would be nice. Oh, okay. How about this? Excuse me. Brown gaming headsets. What can brown do for you? You know, it's funny. Brown costs a lot of money. Brown headsets. I don't know why, because maybe it's an odd color, but they're not cheap at the end of the day. Look at these suckers right here. They want $160 for these suckers, probably because they're brown. That's crazy. That because of a color. Like, you know, you can get like the Optima P2. The white version was cheap. The black version was more expensive, like $1,000 more just because it was in black. Literally, lie to you not. I was looking at one. Oh man. Okay. I'm looking at these. These are gaming headsets. Walmart. I kind of like these right here. These are hot. These right here are definitely hot right there. Jeez, man, I like these. But watch it be an arm and a leg. I gotta have it picking up the most expensive headsets. Greedy cookies. Oh, sold out. Of course. Oh, they're $33. It sucks. And I like them, but they don't have them. Mother Frankenstein. Jeez, they're gorgeous, man. They were gorgeous. And they're sold out. Of course they'd be sold out. Why not? What about these right here? Sorry about that, people. If I'm coughing on camera. These are like. We're gonna like them. We're gonna have to hook up that headband. It's gonna have to be doing some paint job on there. We definitely do a paint job with that. You know, I got to build one day. I got to build me a Borderland PC. I got to make it look like a cartoon, like they had to do Borderland, that cartoon paint. Got to do one day. Put Claptrap in there and all that. Put all the characters in there. We got to build one. Definitely got to build one. When we get all this stuff done, I'm going to make it a hobby where we're going to build a PC every month. We're going to do some kind of weird design with it. We got a bunch of them we're actually working on. And do like these right there. Oh man, I forgot we can do headset designs. Nice headset designs. We haven't done a Fallout. Fallout headsets would be sharp. Oh man, we got to get some retro ones. They're gonna hook them up really nice. Look at all the tabs I got open. See, this is usually me right there. Living in a person was saying he had like 50 tabs up and there's music coming from somewhere, but you know where it's coming from? That's very me. Man, okay. All right, people. There's just so much I want to show you, but we have to wait till tomorrow. There's so much stuff we're going to build. We're going to build some pretty cool stuff, man. We're going to build some really cool stuff. I can't wait to show you some of the wild stuff we're going to design. Naysayers, you're always welcome. You are always welcome in the room. As long as you can act like you got some respect at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But, you know, chances are, you know, you're just going to act up like you always do. So, you know, you could learn something. Right, you just rather just act up. I learn stuff all the time. That's why I go into different sites to watch people mod stuff, because I learn something every day. Just like when I saw those PCs with the plants around, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Learn something right there, right from the door. Try to learn something new every day. Stop hating on everything and try to accept things and learn something new every day. All right, people, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed our time together. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about. We need to do some more demonstrations. Thank you all for your time. I really appreciate it. I have to go. Be safe out there, and God bless. I'm so glad we had this